Hey, what's up?
It's just me.
Yeah, you're already here. We got one person in the panel already. Hopefully, we can get more in the future. I'm gonna start everything in about when we get more people, or about in a few minutes.
All right.
So far, how's your evening so far?
So far, so good. So far, so good. I can't complain.
Okay,
How's yours?
mine's doing good. A couple hours ago, I just came back from work. Don't know what I'm gonna be doing this weekend though.
No.
Yeah. Um, I was hoping I would get some guests, but I don't know. Might not be lucky. But if
Oh,
we are, yeah. Oh, look,
still.
we got three viewers already.
Oh, we do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
people
think one
tend
of them
to.
is me because I watch my own stuff through a
I think
screen.
one of them is me too, because I'm on a tablet.
Yeah, it could be.
Plus, you've got. I think there's a bunch of people going live right now, so I think
Yeah.
that's kind of one of those things.
Yeah, because now it's down to two.
Yeah, it's just me and you right now.
Because I admit I planned a little late, but then again, a lot of people do go live a lot. It's just, and
Around
then of
this time.
course there's the whole algorithm thing because mine's a smaller channel.
Mm-hmm. So they'll see theirs before they see yours. I know what you mean. Because
Yeah.
I've gone live before where no one showed up, and I was all like, okay, let me just turn this off because I'm just talking to myself.
I don't know, but sometimes I will keep my stuff on so that people will at least see the replay.
Right.
And I did invite. Oh, but what we do get, it looks like a third person has showed up. So
Okay.
they just haven't said anything in the chat room. So how y'all doing? Oh, Gabrielle Bradley.
Hello, Gabrielle.
Hey, what's up? I think you have earned your modification.
Woohoo.
All right. Hey, what's up? Um. All right. Yeah. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of sharing and stuff like that.
Okay.
All right. Looks like Key Hebrew is seeing my message. I'm just not sure if he's gonna show up. All right. All right. So far we got three people. You're very welcome, Bradley. Um,
You think more people will be well, I mean, all right. Do you want to get to speaking about something, or do you want to wait a little
might
longer?
as well. Since we got a few people, yeah, we might as well speak on something.
All right.
First of all, uh, welcome to my live stream for the first time. The last time I saw you, I believe it was who was it? Life Machine, was it?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah, it was either
definitely.
him or Gab. Gab right now he's doing a live stream with Cynthia G. So of course
Right.
he won't be able to make it unless of course we happen to still be here and he's finished with
Right.
his live stream. King Hebrew is here.
Oh, hey.
I gave King Hebrew yeah, yeah. A lot of people are doing live streams, and also there's the algorithm issue. I have that. Now, the good news is, despite that, I've managed to still get subscribers. Oh, also, make sure you hit that like button. That does help get people. I even hit my own like if I have to. But hitting the like button helps drives more people to see this video. So yeah,
Exactly.
hitting the like button helps.
Yes, it does.
All right. Oh, you're not modded yet, Gigi. We'll fix that. Good thing yeah. I hope I'm subscribed to you. Let me take a look. All right,
I
because
hope so
this
too.
one of this. Yep. I am subscribed to you. All right, all right. Let me see. I've subscribed to this other individual. I
Hi,
know
King
I'm subscribed
Avery.
to. Yep. All right. Now our first topic. So far, let's talk about the one that everyone is talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think about what's happening with Kevin Hart?
What? Oh, about the Oscar thing?
Yes, as you know, award season is coming up, and he was actually chosen for the Oscars.
Right.
And all out of nowhere,
His
they
old
managed to
tweets.
find well, they really were just jokes. They were not him. He's not saying he hates gay people or stuff like that. He's just, that's how people joked when they talked about when men do certain activities like doll houses or stuff, because that's not usually what a boy does.
But also, we have to remember that that was done a while ago. There was a period of time that was done, and where it wasn't as acceptable. So we have to remember that the mindset isn't quite um, what we expect of today's society. You know what I mean? Because even though it was done in 2012, it's still very fresh and new. It's like it happened yesterday.
Yeah. But my thing is, and it's uh, all of a sudden he gets this big honor of hosting the
Oscars.
Oscars, and all of a sudden um they go after him. So that's kind of fishy.
Well, you know how they do. Um, you know how things are done. Anytime we
Yeah.
get too successful too soon,
Yeah.
or achieve some kind of surpass success, people want to knock us down. So um,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say one thing. I'll congratulate Barry Bonds for not letting them take his awards away and his taking his name away from the history books. Because that they were trying so hard to get him on things like that. So we have to be careful, and they use that system. They use that it's set up for us not to get to a level of, even though we think we belong, we don't really belong.
Now, the thing about the system is we still manage to do some of these successful stuff regardless of how their system is run. So they have to keep rigging it because sometimes we're able to surpass and actually do successful.
Right.
Now back to Kevin Hart. This was the
Yes.
same Kevin Hart that decided to go after Cat Williams.
Hmm.
So there's some black people that are not going to defend him because of that situation. Cat Williams has been willing to talk against the industry. Kevin Hart has known to talk on behalf of the industry, but yet the industry is not really appreciating him now, as they have now begun to turn on him like they did Bill Cosby.
I understand that, but when you look at Cat Williams, we gotta be
Hold on a
very
second.
careful.
Sorry to interrupt,
Sure,
but I
no
kind of
worries.
can't hear you. Let me see if I can turn up your
Oh,
volume on your
oh,
end.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I
Maybe I
can hear
need to
you
turn
now.
my maybe I need to turn my volume up. Um, but we have to kind of think also of uh cat. Uh, it's who you know. At the end of the day, it's kind of like who you know, who you impress, how you go about doing things, and with between the two comedians. they have two good qualities and bad qualities. You know what I mean? They both have good qualities and bad qualities. There's the one who is too outspoken without really knowing what's going on, you know? Because just because you see a few things in the industry doesn't mean that's how the industry is run all the time. See, this is where we misrepresent. Because why are you still in the industry then? You cannot be a hypocrite. You cannot say, oh, this is what's going on, and then turn around and talk shit about it.
Yeah. Um, but at the same time, some people are saying that this is kind of uh not Cat Williams, Kevin Hart's kind of karma. That's what some people are saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's what some people are saying.
And I can see why they would say such a thing. Um, but at the end of the day, we all do things out of character, and we all work for the man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have to do what we have to do.
Yes.
Because I
But
mean, as much as Cat Williams talk all that crap, you know what? Why he's just an angry man. He hasn't gotten over it. It's over his head. Okay, so he's gonna blame, blame, blame. He's gonna put blame, blame, blame. Under You understand? Everybody sees it as him just what saying the truth, or he's being real. He's not being real. What he is he's angry, and he's just letting it out. He's venting.
yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Want to say hi to a couple people. Hey, My Tribe TV, all out. Hey, if you want to join in, I think I gave you a link in your email. Let me check if I have. Um, yeah, yeah, I heard that Kevin Hart already apologized.
Apologize.
But
Yep.
that's the problem. If you said that, just joke. If you don't hate gay people, I say I wouldn't apologize that quick. No, that's a way of them trying to control you because you were not trying to say things in a negative way. They only did that because they want to control him that way.
Of course. And but you know what? He's a greater man for doing what is right, for taking it, because they took his words and twisted it, right? We all can see that. And at the end of the day, he did apologize, and he did it in the rightful way by saying, "You know what? It was wrong of me. I have no place to say anything about that." Um should he have? I don't think he really needed to apologize to nobody, because I don't really. It wasn't out of malice. A
Yeah,
joke is. I mean, we all gotta know they are jokers. They. That's
they're
their
comedians.
job.
They're supposed to
Yes.
laugh. The
There's.
this is what I have a problem with the LGBT community. They think they're not they it's all right to make jokes about black people. Hold on, let me close my door real quick.
Hmm. I agree with that one because yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I said I agree with what you said. They think it's okay, when people make jokes about, yeah, like you said, black
Black
people, and
people.
you're not. We don't choose the skin we're born in. You know, y'all
I
made a conscious decision to come out or whatever. You can't come out and be like, okay, today I'm black or today I'm white. You can't do that. And
yeah.
so you can't, because it's kind of like, that's a deeper conversation, which I have to watch my mouth with. I
Yeah.
can't, because then who knows what can happen later on. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I know. Yeah. Oh, and like I said, King Hebrew, My Tribe, I think I sent links to come in the panel if y'all want to have some things to say. You can come on in, but yeah, yeah, but it's like their community thinks. All right, hold on. Here's what Bradley said. Of course, people like the LGBT think that there's nothing wrong with making jokes about black people. They have the white supremacist mindset. Yes, a lot of especially the white LGBT. Just because you're gay doesn't mean you're not racist.
Exactly.
And there were some black gays or some black LGBT people who admitted that they have suffered more racism, but not by straight whites, but LGBT whites. I think one was a basketball player. He said that he suffered from racism by white gays than by white straight people, and he was criticized by more white gays than straight black people.
The thing is, you never know where hate is gonna come from.
Yes.
It's kind of like, because the one person who smiles in your face is uh debating on how they're gonna try and get rid of you.
You're right, Gabriel Bradley. They don't see the black community as human beings. We have no friends. All right. It's now no matter if you're gay, religious, straight, man, woman, child, we are the black community. We are only just the black community. Those LGBT benefits was to help white people who happen to be that lifestyle. It wasn't meant to help everyone else who happens to be that lifestyle.
The confusion that comes with it is so ridiculous. Shit. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Excuse my language, and I'm gonna apologize for that because I don't want to come out of coming off as a bigot or whatever. Uh, what I mean is, um, I don't have anything against whatever you do in your home or whatever you prefer to do. I don't have anything. I'm not homophobic or whatever. That has nothing to do with me. My deal is, do not compare yourself to me. Don't compare. Don't say you're struggling. You chose to struggle. We didn't choose to struggle. You're choosing to struggle, or you're choosing to force it on us. It's Don't nobody need to know. Nobody is really sitting there picket fencing outside your door trying to arrest you for whatnot. Maybe a long time ago, but you could have kept it behind closed doors. You know what I mean?
Yes. You at least were able to hide your orientation.
Right.
We
You
can't hide our skin color.
We can't. So you can't compare the two. They're not the same.
Yes. Black people can bleach their skin, but at the same time, they're going to treat you like the N word. That's why some of these self hating black people don't understand. You can even bleach your skin all you want, they're still going to treat you like the N word.
And they're actually gonna even look at you the worse than regular.
Yeah, they're going to suffer worse. They're going to get their karma eventually.
No, because what happens is, how even our own race looks down on people who do that. Think about what the other races do when they see people of color degrading themselves like that. They just laugh at it. It's funny to them. They're like, "Oh my gosh, look at this. We won. Another one kicks the dust," kind of thing.
And then you have the white people that try to look like us. I'm
There you
like,
go.
blackfish, hey, why you need to bleach your skin? They're trying to look like us. Not to mention their skin is actually the weakest skin. They can't stand the sun. The sun
Yeah.
is going to kill them off.
Yep.
That's right, King Hebrew. Love yourself. We need more self love. That's also why I did a couple videos about black dolls. As you know, there was a guy in South Africa that wanted to get rid of
I
all
saw
the
that.
white. Yeah, South Africa wanted to get rid of all the white dolls. Hey, Daryl, Phil, I Phil, welcome to the show. Yeah, there was a guy in South Africa that got rid of all the dolls that were white, and he explained why. Because when young little black girls look at those dolls and see very less to none dolls that look like them, that begins the self-hate process. It affects our black youth very badly. And then I did another video about black toy owned companies that are creating more black dolls and action figures and stuff. Yes, that is a fact. One person that says, "Oh yes, white people who try to look black like black people are racist, atheists, frauds who suffer from identity crisis and greed." Yeah, all that blackface and stuff like that. That's a new. The blackfishing is a new age, modern age blackface.
You know what? No, no, I'm not gonna call it that. I'm gonna call it envy. I'm gonna call it envious of us. What it is, look. Let's not put like strict titles onto people because that's not fair. What I'm gonna call is what we do as Black people wanting to look more European. Is they know that we have beautiful features. To me, that's adoration, right? Because you don't transform yourself just to look crazy. You transform yourself to be more beautiful or more appealing. So to me, that's a form of I wish I could be. You know what I mean? Because they've been doing this from a long time ago. They've been like the bustiers to try and get the way our waists are shaped, the way our busts are pushed up, and our butts, with the poof on the dress so their butts look bigger. They've been doing that for ages. It's
Yeah,
nothing new. But the thing is, we can't call it blackface because it's not like they're not making fun of us. It's kind of like they found the beauty in it and they want to be us. Just like some black people want to be white. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
all right.
So
We got
I
one person who agrees with you.
yeah, because I don't want to sit there and say, oh, they're not everybody is making fun. Some people truly feel like, man, I wish I was black.
Yeah,
We are the coolest race when you think about it. At the end of the day, we outlive everything. We do everything. We make everything look effortless. So it's kind of like, why wouldn't you want to be?
yeah.
They're just wannabes. Okay, that's all they are. They're just wannabes. That's it.
All right.
So we can't like knock everybody down and be like, because I know people want to all of a sudden be like blackfishing, blackfishing. Why do people catfish? Because they don't find themselves wonderful enough and they don't think they're gonna get found out. So they hide, they mask themselves. It's a mask, you know? They bury themselves in this fakeness.
Hmm.
It's just like, okay, let me put it this way. It's just like people sometimes if you've ever been friends with people who truly and then you're like, well, why you always dating like, and they're like, because I want a mixed baby. And I've heard it from white women and black women alike.
Yeah, I heard about that. I remember that former WWE wrestler, and she's actually unemployed right now. Yeah, she says she want white people make cute babies and stuff. I'm like, uh, okay, yeah, she's one of those people.
But but that's just a psychological, or they see something, or they don't feel, or it's kind of like how certain people can identify with certain things, or they've been raised around certain cultures, or they admire certain things, right? So they gravitate to that. So this is why I look at people and not as race or color or whatnot. I don't categorize people because people want to throw me under all kind of categories that I'm not. But at the end of the day, that's what I look at people as, because I look at character. I look at how they are. because I can have the coolest white friend, right? Or coolest white family member or whatever. And then I can have a real shitty black person come across me.
Yeah. All right. I think we should.
Move on from that topic.
Yeah. First. Yeah. So you heard what's going on in Ferguson. You know, the people are protesting what happened to Michael Brown and all that, even to this day. Well, and then of course you heard about, activists all of a sudden just dying. We know who's doing it, but they want to say it's all kinds of accidents and diseases and stuff. This guy right here was another Ferguson activist. He died of apparent heart attack. But look how young he is. He's 31 years old. 31, looks healthy, died of a heart attack. I don't think it was a heart attack alone. I think those cops over at Ferguson, after they killed Michael Brown, I think they are doing all these unfortunate deaths, or they're hiring people to cause these unfortunate deaths. But then, of course, they're going to find a way to make it look like some kind of illness or accident.
You know what? This is part of our fault. Can I say why?
Why?
Because as you can see, we've been divided, right? And we've let ourselves get divided. And like you see, everybody talking about this YouTube beef. I think this was all an experiment because when these people die, we're gonna just do the conspiracy theories, right? We're not gonna pull out real facts, and we know the facts, right? But they're gonna keep playing this conspiracy theory, so it's gonna be that he said, she said thing. So then it doesn't be there's that blurred line where nobody sees the truth. Nobody takes a minute to look back and go, whoa. Just like you did, how you saw that a lot of these activists are dying, like they hung the one woman's son in her own backyard and said it was suicide. But we all know, come on now. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing's been happening in Hollywood also for the longest time, making deaths look like suicides or accidents. Things
Yeah,
like that has been happening forever. But if you can make it a conspiracy, it's not real.
yeah, I know. Um, I was about to say, yeah, you've heard about how CIA and stuff like that are known to do assassination hits on people and stuff like that. And that's exactly what may have happened to this individual right here. But I'm actually going to read the article. All right. So, Ferguson, all right. They said that the uh, Biz, Bazim Mazir, he's actually I believe Pakistani, a regular face in the protests in Ferguson, Missouri. So he may be one of those few outside we may have, maybe not. Died Tuesday morning of apparent official says. But then again, people who do these autopsies, they are known to work with police officers, and there have been stories how the doctors will sometimes make it certain causes of death because they have to be the police make them say that, because there was one doctor who tried to run away from the police department that was trying to make all these deaths look like this and that and stuff. So yeah, but it says here Missouri, age 31. Like I said, I have to question the age, unless of course he was that eating bad or with diabetes or something. How are you this young and you have some kind of issue like that? Was found unresponsive on a bus in Bridgeton, where a fellow passenger attempted CPR. The activist later died at the hospital from what apparent preliminary reports indicate was a massive heart attack. Authorities say Missouri officials' cause of death is still pending. See, they said the death. I haven't read any updates yet, but and this is kind of an old article, but they said his December 1st, but they said that his death is still pending. So that means there may be more to his heart attack. Did you've heard about stories of how agents could just pink you with something or give you put something in your food and you don't know, or they hire spies to be waitresses and stuff like that so they could put things into food and stuff. You see all the spy movies and stuff like that. The Jason Bourne series, they gave them something. They gave the people something. And that was a way to kill them off because they wanted to cover up something. But now back to this. This it says here, and this is the man. Like I said earlier, they said in his short life he did as much, if not more, to unite the fight for Black liberation and Palestinian liberation. Mazir's cousin Fajar Assad wrote on Facebook, "May Allah accept his sacrifice for justice and overlook his flaws and mistakes." So this is a Pakistani American. He's probably one of the few, like that you may claim. I still don't know much about this person, but we're just gonna go by what the article says. The Pakistani American activist is the latest activist from Ferguson to die in recent years and follows a string of mysterious fatalities. So you're telling me all these fatalities that are happening happen to be activists. See, that is where there's a pattern. And this all started after Michael Brown was killed at that fateful day. Do you have anything to say, Gigi, if you're still around?
I am still around. It. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Um.
hear it.
Okay. It's been happening for a while. It's just now it's been becoming. It just seems everything's more advanced now. Like everything's been pushed forward now. Like now they can kind of like go through the radar a little bit underneath our nose because we're so distracted. You know what I mean?
We need to not
Because
be distracted. I tell you that. Those people over there, and yes, rest in peace to Mike Brown. Those people need to start figuring out the patterns. They may have already. I know I have.
people have been warning us for a long time that this is what's been going on, and it what most of us are not listening. And at the same time, um, it's kind of like, yeah, yeah. How do I say this? It's is someone on here? Oh,
No, that's just a notification thing,
uh,
computer.
yeah, but it's kind of like it's been happening for a long time. Like I said, I think the other night I said something about like there's a scientist that's in hiding because he's figured out how to splice the genome and get rid of HIV and cancer and stuff by splicing the genomes and uh, the DNA. And so he's in hiding now because he's all like, "Oh man, they might get me." So people know, like, there's been people who's just all of a sudden just and they said, "Hey, if I go, this is probably why." And see, this makes people afraid to speak or be outspoken and stay silent. They want you to stay silent. They want there's a joke. I'm sorry, I was thinking off my head because there's a joke where they're like, "Who are those days?" We don't know who the days are. That's why we call them days or it's. It like the when you look at scary movies, they all tell you about what's going on underneath because there is, I believe, there is real demonic forces moving, and these people are ruled by it. It's like, I mean, I'm not religious and I'm not very like But I believe there's a certain energy that forces these people to, just like there's an energy that keeps you stagnant, that keeps you stuck, that keeps you from focusing, that keeps you from moving. There's that other energy that keeps you moving. There's another energy that keeps you, that motivates you to do wrong for no reason. Like it's unexplainable, but it's there. But you know what, in college I took psychology, and I also took forensic psychology. So with when it comes to the mind developing, it's a, we are still to this day don't understand what makes somebody go off like that to the deep end, because a secret is a secret is a secret.
Yep. Good explanation. Right now, I'm looking at the chat room. We got some new people. Hey, August Dream, Nicole Ali. Nicole, I just sent you an email for different links. And I think I also wrote in the comment section if you want to join in. There's some leaks in the in Google Hangout. Um, and in the comment section. I mean, not the comment section, but your email. So if you want to join in, Nicole, that'll be good. And that's for anyone. If looks like Victor TV is here as well. Don't worry, that's okay. I'm just glad you showed up. We got 10 people watching.
Woohoo.
But like I said, my channel, my platform is smaller. But the
It's
good
all
news
good.
is I'm now at like 400 something subscribers now. So yes, that is true. All right, Nicole might be coming in, so she might be coming in. And
Okay, cool.
yes, Gabriel Bradley, despite the rigged system, we as a group still managed to pull through and be successful. Yeah, let me tell you something. Slavery, genocide, segregation, we would have been committing suicide through the stress, extinct, but yet we're still here, and not to mention um, we're still growing as a people. Our population is still growing in this country as a people, even though there are a couple other groups that are growing ahead of us, but we are still growing as a people. And let's say a certain group of people has started to shrink. So that's why they're doing all this stuff, but we are still being preserved by God and his or herself. Oh, also newcomers who are coming in, make sure y'all hit that like button. All newcomers that are coming in. But I'm like the people in Ferguson. I hope they figure out what's going on, and I think it's time that the community over there is going to have to start taking things in their own hands in order to protect themselves from what's going on over there. Something I wanted to show. As you know, there was a. Hold on, that's not it. As you know, there was a mall shooting on Black Friday that killed a former soldier. Hold on, let me. It'll be easier to share the screen with you. All right. All right, here. Edmenic Bradford Sr., who is possibly the father of his son, of the man that was killed, Bradford Jr., that was the former surgeon that got killed at that mall. And not to mention, there was a shooting incident, and the guy who got killed at the mall was trying to help stop the situation. He had uh, the license to carry, but yet the police shot the wrong man. So Bradford Sr., the father of the man who got killed, says you're a coward, and he's talking about the officer that killed his son at Alabama at that Alabama mall. After the autopsy revealed he was shot in the back. So now I think a private investigation happened or something, and revealed that that man was shot in the back. So he wasn't a threat if he was shot in the back. But anyway, I'm going to read this article. A forensic examination shows a black man was shot three times.
Wow.
3 times in the back. Side of his body when an Alabama police officer mistook him for the shooter after gunfighters erupt at a crowded shopping mall. The man's family said Monday. So we know that there was a shooting, but there was another suspect. This is the same thing that happened almost to that security guard.
That's what I was thinking, because I was thinking the same thing. Like, these stories are starting to mesh up together, that they all sound alike. Like, there is a motive behind it. Like you said, there is a routine, or like there's something set up.
I bet you there's an algorithm being given to racists and cops to target certain black people
At malls.
Yes, because we don't see any of them coming after us yet. Okay, we got more people coming in. Black in Japan is here. Peace, everyone. Yeah, I think there's an algorithm because they haven't started going after people like us on YouTube who probably don't watch our shows or watch other people's shows, but they're certainly going after.
Oh, they're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
So, but they know that we're aware, so they're not going to come after us. It's going to be too obvious if they come after us. See, they're going after the Me Too movement is going after celebrities. The cops are going after regular, everyday black people that they can't. But
it's a message.
Yes.
It's a warning to us. It's to tell us to behave. But then again, what are we misbehaving from? Doing our jobs?
Yes. But the social media people, us that are willing to fight back against the racism, we're not being targeted because they know that, let's just say if Me Too movement decided to go after Tariq Nasheed, he would have or they decided to kill either him or one of his family members. He would be able to handle it in the way that they think, like he will not be the forgiving type and he will not be the back downer type. They can't fire him from his job because he owns whatever radio station he does his show. They cannot just fire him off. They can fire Kevin Hart. Well, matter of fact, they kind of did in a way, but they can't fire Phil from the Advice Show. He owns his platform. That's why they're not targeting him. They know not to target him because if he survived his ordeal, they know what he's going to do next. But anyway, now back to this. The results. So I'm going to, I kind of went off topic. But yeah, that security guard, only this time the man was a former soldier. Now I'm going to go back to this article. So the results of a report commissioned by the family are devastated to relatives of Ematic E.J. Bradford Jr. Their lawyer, Ben Crumb, although I do have some questions concerning Ben Crumb, but Oh, well, they chose him as a lawyer. Said at a emotional news conference, Ematic Bradford Sr. angrily jabbed his finger at the TV cameras as he addressed the unnamed officer. Says, "You're a coward." And you know what? That officer is a coward. Number one, they still refuse to give that officer's name. That guy is now in hiding. I don't know who that officer is. And also, he shot him in the back. All right. I why did you shoot him in the back?
Why not the leg or an arm or something?
Where
I
you
thought you
can
were,
move the guy.
yeah, I
Yeah.
thought you were supposed to disarm someone first.
The officer in the Birmingham suburb, and not and one more thing, not to mention there are white people that go on the attack and somehow they leave there unscathed, like the shooter in Parkland, or this one woman who went on a rampage. I think it was a video on Twitter, but yet they unscathed. And did you saw the embarrassing cowardness of police officers trying to use beanbags to shoot at a guy, but then they had no choice but to use real bullets, and he still survived? It's like, okay, we can see what you're doing. You're on social media. The officers in the Birmingham suburban of Hoover should be charged with homicide, Bradford said, because this is murder. So they have Reverend Jesse Jackson. He was the one who spoke at the eulogy at that guy's funeral. The Reverend Jesse Jackson also attended the news conference at the Rock, a small church E.J. Bradford attended in
I
North
don't listen to
Birmingham.
that. Mm.
What?
I'm sorry. I just was like, I don't listen to that man.
A lot of people don't.
Um,
Jackson say attorneys' refusal to release videos evidence smack to a cover up. And you know what? That's exactly what it is. They're trying to make it a big cover up. Police in Hoover reiterate Monday that they don't release officer videos or other evidence about the Thanksgiving night killing until the state investigation is complete. No, they're going to find a way to mess with that tape. Oh, by the way, did you hear about another incident where the guy released his own on where someone released their own tape and they got caught and the police got caught?
no, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. They released the letter from state investigators expressing concern that the investigation could be jeopardized or hindered if information is released. That's another way of saying let's cover things up.
Well, you know what? From the beginning, I feel like a lot of people are getting tested on, even the police. So I can't even blame the police because I feel like they're getting tested on also. I feel like it's that Manchurian candidate thing. Remember when we used to watch, when people avidly watched television and they said, this is a test, this is only a test, and it would go to beep, that weird ass freaking beep that would just make your mind, it was like scratches on a nail, on a chalkboard. You know what I mean? Some people can take it and some people can't.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're teaching them different tactics now. Because it used to be you disarm somebody, you don't just flat out take a life. It ain't a life for a life.
They're teaching certain tactics. They're teaching them how to handle certain people, how to handle them, and how to handle black people and how to handle white people.
But can we also say that they've instilled fear in them? Because I know when I used to be a flight attendant, I depended on the police, and I've got them in, my family and whatnot. But like, so I'm not gonna talk against all of them, because they actually, when they start out, it's like people in the military. They start out to do the right thing, right? Not knowing,
Yes.
but then every night it's like their life is in jeopardy also. But when you instill fear on top of fear, because when I was flying, when I was a flight attendant, I remember that it was fun to fly, and then it became like, damn, now I gotta watch everybody. I gotta watch my back. Somebody might try to, they instilled that high alert. And I saw people just leaving left and right who had like 10, 20 years behind their backs, where they were like, if they had just stayed a few more years, they would have had all the goods. I even left. I was all like, I'm done with this. It's too stressful after a while, trying to see, because they train you to feel like that's the enemy. That's the enemy. So whenever you see somebody that looks like that, just like the TSA, oh yeah, we're gonna extra warn you. We're like, and then do you know that those damn wands have little beeping things that they can actually make beep so they can fill you up. So even if you have no metal, they can make it beep. That's calibration, right? It's just like, even if you're not drunk, they can calibrate. It's like a scale. You can calibrate the scale to read higher or lower if you want it. A scale is never really that balanced. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah, I get it.
so it is never what it seems. Whatever people try to put out there, that's why I'm like, I don't want to do too much, where it's not that I'm mending the fence. I'm just looking at from two perspectives, because you have this, because I put myself in shoes. Because if I were in a certain situation, and say I'm a woman police officer, and there's this, and I'm not gonna lie, big black guys scare me at night. And that's what they instill in us, like, watch yourself around that. Big white dudes scare me at night. But at the end of the day, who I really need to watch out for is the chick who's sending her big black dude, or her big black, or big white dude, or whatever, to mess me up. That's who I should be watching for. So you got to kind of look at it seems all surface. I don't know. It's kind of like dirt over mud. You're still gonna sink in it. It's so weird. It's a weird.
You should see this one chat. It's from King Hebrew. She's saying big. He's saying big white women scare me at night. Oh, oh, oh! And speaking of big white women, you had to hear about what happened. I was looking at Terrain Rain, and I might do a separate video on this topic about there was this big white woman that crushed
I heard about this one.
I might do a separate video, but that also once again the evils of swirling. This guy must have had so much self-hate, and I'm going to do a separate video on the same topic. My dog is in here. I'm take him out of my room. I mean, her out of my room. Come on, Diamond.
Yes, they are.
I'm calling Diamond. That's my dog.
August,
out of the room.
August is right. August says a white woman with a cell phone is scary too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They so ready. They so ready. They be like,
oh,
I'm calling
the
police. I'm calling the police. I'm like, really?
They'll even call the police on 9-year-old kids.
That's crazy to me. That's so crazy.
King Hebrew. When I was saying Diamond, that's the name of my dog. So I had I took her out of the room. That's my dog's name.
But they be testing you too. So don't fall into that trap. Seriously, because they will test you, because they will start some shit. This is why these videos start at a certain time, because the person started something first. Or you don't know who started it, but something started. And it just happens to be caught. But sometimes I don't know. Sometimes people just instigate things, but I know I've been in situations where it be white women, and they be starting, and they got their cell phones out. I'll be like, why she got herself just ready? I'm like, she ain't listening to no music or nothing. She ain't even thinking about her kid. Her kid is in the car suffocating.
Oh yeah, there was a black woman that confronted this woman who had her kids in the hot car, and then she took the cell phone, looked at video of the kids, and then went and found the white woman at the store, and the black woman went after that white woman over the kids.
Okay, I have my own personal story about this, because I drove up onto we went to go pick up our food from this place, and I saw a car with, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a doll in the back seat, but it was a child. It moved, and I was like, "Is that a kid?" And my husband was like, "Yeah, that's a baby in the back seat." I'm like, "What the fuck?" So I went to the gym right across, thinking, "Okay, maybe the mom's looking through the window." She didn't crack a window or nothing. She had the car running, so I guess she had the air conditioning on.
I
But
hope so.
she had her purse in there and everything. So I go in the thing, and I go across the gym where you can see into the car, and I'm like, somebody left their baby in the car, kind of thing. The kid might have been maybe 2 years old, I must say. And they like, no. So two white girls come out. They're like, oh my God, we're gonna call the police. I said, wait, first, before you call the police, let's find out whose mom who the mama is, and why she left her kid out here like this. At least we can watch the car and the kid while she comes back. And so she came back, and I swear, she was just pissed that we were around her freaking vehicle. Do you know what she did? She opened the door, took out her purse, and still left the child in the car running. And I was all like, damn. I said, you know what? I'm out. And I told the two ladies who said they were going to call the police, I said, well, I'm out. I did my part. Y'all can do your part. Go ahead. Call the cops on that chick. I don't care. I'm not in it no more.
All right. Well, there's another. Speaking of white women, since we're getting the subject, there's another thing I wanted to talk about. So we're going to bring up our next topic.
Hmm.
Everyone has been talking about this incident. This is the infamous Target Tammy. So basically, this white woman decided to butt in a conversation that two black shoppers were having about Earth Kit or whatsoever, sex or whatsoever, and calls them trained liars. This is from Atlantic Black Star, written by Tia Berger. Weird name, but oh well, we're going to look at this article. A video of a white woman scolding three black customers at a Nashville, okay, it's in Tennessee, and that's a red state, Nashville Target for allegedly talking about sex in public went viral on social media. The three women said they were verbally attacked by who the internet dubbed as Target Tammy. So we got another one when they discussed a scene from 1992 Boomerang. One of the women told her cousin to try on the hat that looked like something Eartha Kitt's character would wear in the film. If y'all remember who Eartha Kitt was, she was a very late known actress. She was Catwoman and the Adam West Batman series. She, of course, was in the movie with Eddie Murphy and Halle Berry, which is 1992 Boomerang. And then of course when she was with Disney, she played the voice of Yzma in The Emperor's New Groove. So
And I did her song recently, Jdawg. If you look, I did Santa Baby. Santa Baby. So yeah, she did
yeah,
that
she
song.
was also a jazz singer. I forgot to mention that, but yeah. Um, but anyway, now back. So they were talking about one of the films she was in, Boomerang, that's also starred Eddie Murphy, Robin Gibbs, and Holly Berry, but that's another story. Who was Where Under the Hat? And the cousin said no because her character had sex with a younger man. And that's when the unidentified white woman wearing a NASA t-shirt stuck her nose into their conversation. And this is the woman right here, if y'all can see the video. And basically, whatever. Uh, One of the women who asked to remain anonymous told Yahoo Lifestyle the nosy white shopper stuck her head over an accessories display and said deemed the women's conversation inappropriate. No, what's inappropriate was you butting in their conversation. She told us you shouldn't be talking about sex. She added, we were confused. Then quarter with her shopping cart and started ranting, you don't belong here, and calling your conversation inappropriate. Uh, Basically, this woman probably never had, you know what, with anyone. So, typical white people. The white woman went on to say, "You were talking about sex in public, and you're having sex." Okay, see now she's going. Are you having sex in public? Okay, now she's gonna start exaggerating stuff. Typical white racists, because that's what you're screamed out loud. One of the women in the group corrected and replied, that is not what we said. The conversation between the woman and group escalated more when the woman called them trade liars and said they were perfect for the court system.
Wow.
Yeah.
She went all kind of ways with that one.
Oh
She
yes.
showed she showed her true side that in one swoop.
Yep.
I'm surprised she. Oh, she's bold. That's a bold lady.
Yeah, that's a bold statement. Hey K Hills, we got another new one. Hey K Hills, welcome to my live stream. Yeah.
Hey. Well, she went from calling them trained liars, talking about sex, getting in their business, talking down to grown women at that.
Yep.
Um, and on top of that, who made her the boss of me? Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's kind of like, wow, how disrespectful can you be in one little statement? And I'm sure she didn't say it politely neither.
Yep.
I'm sure she did it with that nastiness. Even white people be looking like, we don't claim that. Certain people, even white people sometimes are like, we do not claim that shit. They're embarrassed by their own too. You got to understand this. Just like sometimes we're embarrassed by our own, sometimes they're embarrassed by their own. They be like, this is not the one, this is not the way we behave in public. How in the now you done messed up the whole routine.
All right. Now I'm about to continue reading this article. I understand you're an abuser. I understand you're abusive and you make up lies. Keep telling me I'm ignorant. Personal attacks. I also didn't realize that talking about sex was normal, the white woman tells the group of women in the video. Two Target employees eventually diffused the incident and listened to each other's party's story. The employees could have easily kicked us out the store, but they took time to listen, said one of the women. One of the women of the group shared the incident on Facebook on November 30th and wrote, "We just had a barbecue Becky experience. This was just the last 3 minutes of it, but this woman literally approached us, told us our brief reference to Eartha Cats in Boomerang was inappropriate conversation and asked us to leave. Twitter users applauded the group of black women for how they handled the situation, saying that the white woman should have minded her own business. One person wrote, "Another white woman decided not to mind her own business, her own damn business. She intruded on the convoy of three black women, tried to tell them what they did and didn't say. Then she insulted and gaslit them and played victim as per usual. I hope they catch her in the streets, racist Beckery."
How
Racist
about,
Beckery.
you know what I would have said to her if she started with me? I would have been like, you're offending me right now. You're offending me. You're
Yeah.
offensive. Disrespectful. You're being disrespectful. You're offensive. That's it. Nope, nope. I'm not listening no more. I'm not gonna listen. I'm not even gonna sit there and tape this crap. No, I ain't got time for that. You don't look. Stop dealing. People, we need to stop dealing with you. I know we want to expose everybody, but we need to just stop dealing with them because you know what? Their friends are going while we're going World Star or whatever. Whenever we let this shit happen, their people are going, yeah, another one. We got another one. That's what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? They're congratulating this
Yeah.
one in behind our backs. We think we're doing something, but are they the ones getting arrested? Because that's abuse.
All right. This last statement of the thing I'm going to write. Another added, I pray this type of hyper surveillance never happens to me because it will end extra ugly. And I hope that the black woman, okay, this person spelled woman wrong, in the video are safe, sound, and sane as they owe no white person any explanation about whatever they choose to speak. Target Teresa. Well, people are calling her Target Tammy instead. But that's all I'm going to say. I'm about to unshare. This is the white woman right there.
Right.
We need to find out who she is, and they need to hopefully fire her from her job or whatsoever, like they did the others.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope so.
Yes. Looking at the comment section, Cahill says, "I'm sorry. I would have yelled, 'Get the F out my face.'" Um, okay, that would be
Well,
good.
let's do this one thing. We cannot retaliate like that because then we look bad. We gotta come correct. But what you just do is ignore it and be like, "Is she talking to you? She
Oh,
not talking to me." No, what you do is you talk about her in front of her face, like. So what I was saying is he had a big ass ding. Just irritate the most out of her. You just gotta laugh in their face sometimes. You cannot engage in that shit. You just gotta be like, well, like we were saying, like, who invited you to this party? You know,
I,
because if you engage, then they have some to say. Then they got some to retaliate. See, they'll use your words against you. They'll come back and be like, "See, officer, they came at me," and blah blah blah. And then of course they've got the witnesses because you know they know how to put on a show. They'll call rape real quick.
yeah. Now, one person asked, "Did I have the video?" I thought I did, and I thought they had a copy of the video. Oh wait, here it is, right here. I think. Hold on. Yeah. All right. Here's the video right here. So I'm going to enlarge this and then I'm going to play it. Well, let me start all over real quick. And if please repeat what we said. What exactly did we say? What exactly did we say? What exactly did we say? I mean, that's what you screamed out loud. I said that you were having sex in public. No, that is not what we said. Where is your hearing aid today, honey? Because you're not hearing me. I said, oh, try this on because this is like something Eartha Kitt. I don't want to be compared to Eartha Kitt because she had sex. This is what you guys that's do. What I'm asking. No, that's not engage with this woman any longer, please. I want us to stop engaging with this woman. Let's stop. Let's stop engaging with her, please. Let's stop. Thank you. That's very clear. I understand you're an abuser. I understand you're abusive. I understand you're abusive and you make up lies on the spot. I understand that you're abusive. Very abusive. Yes, well, then call me. Call me. Keep telling me. I'm ignorant. Keep telling me. Then call me. I'm going to write you. Should I write it down? Should I write it down? The negative things that you guys said about me already in our interaction. Personal attacks. I didn't realize that personal attacks were normal. I also didn't realize that talk about sex in public was normal. I didn't realize all these things. Stop talking, Tab. Stop talking. Okay. Please stop talking to this lady. Yeah, we have a problem. Yes, ma'am. We were standing here talking, and I made a reference to Eartha Kitt. No, ma'am, I made a reference to Eartha Kitt, and my friend said, I don't want to be compared to Eartha Kitt because she had sex in the movie. And then she said, okay, I know you're trained on it. I know you're trained on it. Yeah. I want them to see. Good job. We are. You're perfect for the court system. You guys should all go to court. But now we're perfect for the court system. You're trained liars. We asked her to move. We said, please leave. And then she attacked us. Actually, they said they were going to leave. They actually said they were going to leave. And when I said good, I was glad they were leaving. All right, and that's the video right there. So I'm going to hit the escape button, and then now I'm going to once again unclick my screen, unshare my screen. So, yep, that's the video right there. I almost forgot to try to share the video, but thank you. I believe it was August stream. All right.
Wow, looking at that, and I feel her friend, like her friend said, don't engage that woman. I mean, it's a waste of time. She wants you to do something. You know, that's when someone wants to pull you out of your character. Because she even said, we can bring you're going to go to the court system. She knows what she's doing. She came out of her house that day upset and miserable and decided to pick on someone she knew she could get over on.
Yep.
Because all she didn't say is, what you gonna do? You gonna hit me? That's all she didn't say. But she called him everything else without saying the exact words she really wanted to say.
I know. Yep, that was a word that she really wanted to say.
And it didn't come out because she knew she'd be in the wrong. But she said everything else, though.
All right.
That's some calculating bull caca. Yeah. I'm sorry. If nobody knows me yet, I'm a little bit, that's why they call me Giggles. I'm a little more, I bring a little laughter here and there.
All right. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about today? Oh, yes. Probably one more. Oh yeah, this thing. right here. I'm going to show you this. This. Oh wait, hold on. That wasn't it. Let's see here. Oh yes, here this is. The white society wants to emasculate our black male children, our black boys, and black men in general because they hope that can lead to further feminization of the black male. A black mother decided to pull her son from preschool after teacher allows him to parade in a dress. And this is the woman right here. So, and I think in this video, the father was the one that picked up the grandfather. So we're going to, and y'all see the video, right? We're going to enlarge this video.
Told me that she had an issue up there about my grandson being in a dress. I mean, I'm trying to see what the issue is about that. Who's there? Is she the one that was in charge of the kids or my grandson? Why? You're not on the phone. You have to get Kara up here. I mean, first of all, I'm coming down here because we don't do that. The transgender and all that, we don't do that. And I don't appreciate you encouraging him to put on no dress for the second day too. I don't appreciate that. And don't think this is going away. I'm going further with this. No, I'm not done talking to you. I'm letting you know the next time that you put any kid in a dress, we're gonna make you go viral. No, I'm letting you know I got an issue with you about that. I'm not playing with you. Yeah, I'm sorry that you feel that way. But you should have called me before you made the decision to put my grandson in a dress. Now I'm speaking to you. I wouldn't be up here if you wouldn't have put my grandson in no dress. Well, do what you gotta do. No, I'm taking up with you. I'm taking up with you. Well, you shouldn't have put my grandson in no dress. This ain't over with, all right?
All right, see right there. That's an example of white people trying to once again feminize the black males and black boys of our community. Does anyone have anything? Gigi, you have something to say about that?
First off, that is his son, his child, not hers.
Grandson.
Oh, I don't care. That's not her kid. She's supposed to just educate that child, not let the child do whatsoever. So if she's a avid weed smoker, is she just gonna give the child weed? I mean, children do not understand what is going on in this world right now. This is not normal. It's not supposed to be.
All right, Jimmy Smooth is here. Welcome.
What's popping and what's dropping, brother Jdawg, man? Long time no see, brother.
Yes, everything is good. Matter of fact, this good thing is here because there's some topics I wanted to talk about concerning and I'm glad you is here. But right now, the one we're talking about is the woman wanted to put that guy's grandson in a dress.
Man, he should have stomped the shit out that motherfucker.
No.
Fuck that.
No.
That is child abuse. I'm not no peaceful brother up in this hole. So that's what people have to understand. I'm not the peaceful Negro up in this motherfucker. He should have grabbed that hoe by her wig and slung her ass up around this motherfucker. Man, I'm getting tired of people of these white supremacists disrespecting our kids, attacking our kids, and attacking our kids' masculinity. Put a kid in a dress, that's fucking child abuse right there. And there's no excuse for that hoe ass shit right there. He should have punched that hoe. You know, I think he did a good job of keeping his composure. But me personally, Jimmy J Smooth after 18, I would have uppercut that motherfucker like Mortal Kombat up in this motherfucker, man. That's the type of shit that pisses me the fuck off, man. And I wouldn't have blamed that man under no circumstances for hitting that motherfucker because that's fucking child abuse. You don't put no boy in no goddamn dress, man. And that was uncalled for on the part of the teacher. And that teacher should be removed from her fucking position. She should never be able to get a job in any of the 50 states or any of the 300 plus countries in this motherfucking world, man.
All right, Gigi, you had some disagreement, so I would like.
It's not a disagreement about the whole factor that she did that, because that is not her child, so she has no place or standards to sit there and allow this to happen. But at the same time, what I don't agree with is you coming on here being aggressive as you are, and since this is the kind of behavior they expect from us. So stop it from right now, because we are more peaceful than this. All right. She could just be mental to the brain. We don't know nothing about her. But at the same time, this is not her child. And he came at her correctly saying, do not do this to my child ever. But she did keep being disrespectful. This is probably why he had to keep taping, you know? And he warned her, hey, you're going to go online. You're going to go online. And that's the best way to approach her.
But what is that going to do?
So he's supposed to go to jail behind that shit? He's supposed to go to jail behind his child putting on a dress?
But that's child.
She wants. That's what she wants. Then she wins, because that's what she wants. She wants.
They want us to be peaceful. So what's the?
He goes to jail. Guess who goes to jail? His kids, in the long run, in the future, goes to jail also, because that's all he knows.
But
listen to yourself.
Hold on a second. I have to agree with her in some way. Is because you still want to be in a position where you can still be in that child's life. You have to be careful. There's a way to get at that woman in a way that does not end up going to jail. Now, what that guy said is that he'll make that thing go viral, and that could hurt her reputation and maybe hurt her job. So, but just going around just beating up people without any thinking, just using only violence. There is a time to fight back. Remember, be the defensive, not the aggressor. There's a time that be physical, but there's also a time to think a smarter strategy than just go around just using aggressive force. Because like she said, that's exactly what.
But think about this. Think about this, brother. Think about this. Because what they're gonna see is she's a teacher. He could have easily put him in another school. He could have easily just, went to the principal. He could have easily did this. This is what I'm saying. So don't threaten nobody. Don't come at nobody, because this is what they want. See, this is why we were showing the Beckys earlier, or the Tammys or whatever, who's easily ready to confront us and tell us about ourselves. But we can't tell them about themselves, because you know why? We don't know how to conduct ourselves to woosa and center ourselves and just be like, you know what? You ain't even bothering me. I'm just calmly gonna sit here and see what you do. Because if you touch me, then it's your ass.
But the thing is, that can affect the child. That can mentally affect the child.
I get that. But you going to jail also affect the child.
What did
one teacher don't affect one child? It's your family that affects the child. It's your family. The people that are closest to you affect you the most, not the outsiders. That's just one incident.
But you don't think that child is not going to remember that?
Who knows?
That child is going to remember that, but at least the child will at least have his family around to bring that masculinity, to protect his masculinity. He still will have the men in his family to protect the masculinity of that child. If they do something that will cause him to go to jail, they will not be able to. They will not be there to protect the masculinity of that child. Now,
Well,
the mother of that child is removing him from that preschool. That is a smart strategy. She at least the black mother is at least removing him away from the situation so that it won't get even worse. That is one smart way.
Because she's
A
obviously a
lot more
predator.
black
She's a
families
predator.
are starting to put their kids in homeschooling. That is a smarter strategy.
And also, that was his grandfather. That wasn't his biological father, by the way. So let's take this.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's still family. He comes and picks him up every day from school. He's the one who saw this and confronted the woman. So obviously he has a very close relationship with his grandchild. I was raised by my grandparents. So I'm sorry, you cannot just be like, oh well. Some people just don't have their immediate family around all the time.
Now, if that teacher started to, be aggressive, start hurting the child, beating up, and maybe in front of him or trying to fight, yeah, maybe I'll try to fight back and try to at least fight to keep her away from hurting the child. But just going aggressive first and just showing that you're just some brute, no, don't do that. Just don't go to violence just yet. The violence needs to be the last result, but at least think strategically, not just go out willy-nilly. But I understand what you're going.
Oh yeah, because I understand it too. Because I've been in parts where I just wanted to. You know what I mean? It's just like if I were to say, okay, you talked to me wrong, and I want to just fucking beat the shit out of you, or I wanted to stab you real quick, you'd be like, woman, you crazy. Yes. And I know, look, I know my place, and I know there's a time and place for certain things, and karma is a bitch. And what he did was he exposed her for being a predator. You put my little boy in a dress that he did not come home in. So it's just like a little girl being changed in an outfit. They didn't go to school. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go to school in. So you like, what the fuck was that about? So that's when you call the police, you call the principal, you call everybody on that bitch.
But but let me ask y'all this: what happened to this?
You go through with it. See, we don't go through with this shit. We don't.
I want to know what happened to the teacher, though. That's all I'm saying. What happened to this teacher? What happened?
They haven't updated news reports. We might try to find news reports later, but right now we do not know what has happened. They haven't gone further reports. They may not. They may will.
The child should not be getting changed up into no kids, no other child. Yes. So this is why I said she's a predator. First and foremost, it's not even the dress that I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of what she did. I'm afraid of how she was able to just get him out of his pants.
Exactly. And that's what pissing me off is this kid is being emasculated. You know what I'm saying? Before he knows what manhood is all about, man. So my thing is, this woman should be removed from her fucking position. This woman does not need to be able to teach anywhere in the entire world. This woman don't need to be teaching in fucking Jupiter. If you be honest with me, to be honest with y'all.
Yeah.
And that's why they need to. This is why they need to use the legal system and intervene it. Like they said, they're gonna make things go viral, and then they're gonna try to use a viral, and they're gonna probably try to get a lawyer, get the school involved, and maybe try to get the teacher removed. Going through
that's enough evidence for me.
Yeah, that's enough evidence. All right, Jalen.
Evidence for a lawsuit as well, man. And I think that's another route they need to take. You know what I'm saying? But the good thing,
that's smart. That's a smarter strategy. Go for the lawsuit. Yeah. Yeah.
The good thing is. Go ahead, Jake. Go ahead, brother.
Don't go to jail. Get paid.
Yeah, get paid. Yeah, do it a way where you can get the money out of the school and out of that woman. See, to
Make
go
an
into physical violence
example out
in
of
a
them,
way that's what
like
they
they do.
want. They want a way that they could throw you in prison for protecting the child. Hey, Jalen, what's up? Hey, Jalen, I gave you a link in Google Hangout or your email to come onto the panel. So if you want to come on in, Jalen, you can come on in. So check your email if you want to come on to the panel. It'll be good hearing from you.
And like I was about to say, man, the good thing is he did record and he did document what he document because me personally, I don't go without my recorder anyway. I always document everything anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? That was a great thing. And so he has more than sufficient evidence to have a lawsuit against the preschool or elementary school or whatever, whoever the owner of that particular company. So he definitely does have grounds for a lawsuit. And I recommend all black people to record everything. That's what I live by. I say record everything. So you know what I'm saying? Because documentation beat conversation.
Yes, that is good. That is a good route. Right now I want to get off this topic. So how's the LDBC doing lately?
Well, I'm not an official member of the LDBC, man, but they look like they're doing the damn thing though. So much respect to the brothers from the Lion Den community. They're definitely very supportive and stuff like that. So you know what I'm saying. Much respect to them.
The reason why I'm asking is because I heard people talk about the boxing match that happened between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. I was wondering if I didn't really see the match, but I did hear highlights and stuff like that in people's videos. I heard the match ended in a draw, but a lot of people are saying one thing. I wonder if you got any information concerning that.
Okay, well, it depends on what type of fight that you're looking for. So the fight is very subjective, but I do think Deontay Wilder did knock the guy out because according to the rules, if a guy is apparently unconscious, and even Tyson Fury confirmed that he was in an unconscious state, the fight should be waived out or he should get a 10 count. But in that situation, if he's in an unconscious state, they should have waived the fight off. So I do believe Deontay Wilder was cheated out of a knockout. I think Deontay Wilder landed the more effective punches in that particular fight because if you watch that fight very closely, some of the jabs that Deontay Wilder had was snapping. It was snapping Tyson Fury's head back just on the jab. So just imagine when he took those right hands and that left hook to the temple. I mean, I think Deontay Wilder did enough to get a victory. But again, I don't have no problem with the draw at all. You know what I'm saying? Now, that don't mean Tyson Fury wasn't doing anything, but he didn't do enough to win, in my personal opinion.
All right. Before we continue, Life Machine Power, good for you to come in. I think I left the link in Google Hangout or your email for you to come on in. Let me check. If I did, I do hope you could come in. Since you invited me to your live stream the other day, I was hoping to do the favor as well. So let me check to make sure. Hold on, this is gonna take a while for a second, but hopefully, patience. I'm checking to see if I already put an email. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. Life Machine, if you want to come on in, please check your email first. There might be a link for you to come on in, and that is if you want to come on in. Life Machine. Also check your Google Hangout.
Hi, Machine.
Hello to.
Oh, hey, here.
What's popping with
Gigi?
Hi.
Hey, what's
Hello.
up, Life Machine? Let me turn up your volumes real quick, including mine. So, Live Machine, how's it going so far?
Great. I saw that you were streaming. I just got in and I decided that I should return the favor and support you. So here I am.
All right. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If you want to share this live stream, please share this live stream as well. I forgot to say that part. But yeah. Um, I'll probably go back to some topics since we're just here and things are almost really about to end soon. Earlier, Life Machine, we talked about the so-called incident with Target Tammy, where the one woman was confronting the three black ladies that were talking about Eartha Cat, and this white woman just came out of nowhere. Do you have anything to say about that situation?
So, in terms of that, I've been hearing about different things going on in the US, but really not too much of that happens here in Canada. I'm not saying you don't have prejudiced people here, but it seemed extreme out there. What happened in that situation? Can you fill me in?
So basically, these women were talking about a particular character played by Eartha Cat in the 1992 film that starred Eddie Murphy called Boomerang. I was like about 4 years old when that film was out, but anyway, that's another story. This white woman thought that they were talking about sex and sex in public and stuff, and just went and confront the ladies, and the black ladies were going at her, and then basically they tried to ignore her. Eventually, two employees showed up and tried to break up the argument. And people on the internet are calling the white woman Target Tammy because it's another barbecue Becky situation.
People really need to get a life because if people are discussing something and you don't approve of it, just step away from it.
Yep. Also, earlier we talked about incident where a grandfather confronted a woman that allowed the grandfather's grandson, wear a dress, which is another example of this country emasculating the black male, and the mother, who though not seen, has pulled that child away from that particular preschool because of the situation.
That's really unfortunate. Really very, very unfortunate. The people need to come to grips with who they are and stop those sorts of things. The reality is that men and women are different. Not that one is greater than the other, but both need each other. And it's really important for men to be men and women to be women. That's how I see it.
And Machine, I was explaining earlier about that. It's not her child, and I'm more concerned. I'm not concerned about the dress part, because if that's what the mother sent him in, that's what she sent him in. Is the fact that she changed his clothes. You understand me? To me, that's more concerning to me. To me, that's a form of another abuse. It's abuse on top of abuse. So
Interesting.
because I do not want my child, when I send my child in pants, I do not want my child coming home in a dress, or somebody
That's
else's
true.
clothes. I don't want somebody else's clothes. Call me first.
Yeah, that's very, very unfortunate because I remember back in the day, I was playing basketball and my parents had bought me these shoes. They're called Nike ACG. They're brown boot type shoes. And I put them down on the side and ran up the court, and somebody stole my shoes. So people don't have any regard for people's clothing these days. They
Well, it's
caught
not
him.
that.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, but my thing is, it's not even. I don't know why it did that, but my thing is, it's kind of like, if your child goes missing and they say, what was the last thing your child was wearing? You have to kind of go, okay, now if they changed your child's clothes at school, and it's not that to me, that's perverted anyways. Why would you, wouldn't the school just have some extra pants laying around if he, say, spilled something or made a mistake or whatever? And then wouldn't you call the parents first just to say, look, we're gonna change him out of his clothes? You don't just change kids' clothes. To me, I don't know. That part just unnerves me so much, just the changing of the clothes. It's just
And
like
all
waking up. It's like waking up and you're in a different outfit and you're like, what the hell just happened?
True.
and also they supposed to call the parent when they're changing the kids' clothes. Uh, from what I understand, they supposed to call the parent before they do all that anyway. So that's
Yes, yes.
And they didn't.
In every activity, even if it was just, oh, they're playing a character, you need to call me and let me know what the heck is going on with my kids. I don't want you playing with my kid. What if I don't condone that in my home?
Right. I noticed that when it comes to private education, whereby the parents are paying out of their pocket, they have a greater degree of control. Over here, there was an issue at a private school, and believe me, the principal and a lot of the top members of staff are gone. They were forced out because they handled the situation the wrong way. So,
Jdawg,
Yeah.
I saw in the background in her classroom there was a cross back
Oh,
there.
so that must be a Christian church school.
School, right? So
But
that
here's the
tells
thing:
you.
ain't most of those Christians against drag and homosexuality and stuff like that? But you have the black boy in a dress.
Yep, usually.
See, that's being
but
strongly concerned about their children not wearing dresses.
yeah, but those people still got to follow federal regulations as well, though, especially if they're acting as if they're preschool anyway. It doesn't matter if they're private or public; they still got to follow protocol when it comes to changing people's clothing. They can still be shut down. You know what I'm saying? Let's not get that twisted.
All right,
true.
I got a few more topics. First, let's go back to the little boxing real quick. Um, there was this incident. Of course, if you heard, a boxer by the name of Adonis Stevens lost his title after being knocked out, and he was in a coma-like state. He's supposed to be doing better, but you had this boxer by the name of. I'm going to share my screen real quick. You had this boxer by the. Hold on, the screen is not shared. You had, and I think I showed this in the background. You had this boxer by the name of Lomachenko, or should I say, Homochenko, decided to take a pair of scissors and cut Adonis Stevens' picture off the championship belt. The reason why I was very concerned about this. I know I watch boxing. I'm not an LDBC person either, so I don't go too far with boxing. I just watch the sport and watch fights. This guy, I hope he realized, but you know what? He probably never cared anyway. Adonis Steven is facing a life-threatening situation of being put in a coma, and you had this guy right here just do nothing but show no sympathy and just basically do this kind of incident. I'm gonna play this is from Barber Shop Conversation, so I'm gonna play this disturbing video. Gloves.
Пересадки на белый фон, а ты сделай новую фотографию.
Сейчас сразу напечатаем. See, this is why a lot of black people are very angry with white supremacy and stuff like that. These people had no sympathy for a guy who nearly almost got killed in his situation, and you go around and do something stupid like that. I hope that
and that could easily be him as well, because it only takes one punch to put you in put you in that state of a coma. It don't take accumulation of punches. All it takes is one. So he need to be cognizant of that. You know what I'm saying? And not do crap like that, man. And that's the reason why I don't like that fucker anyway. So it is what it is with that fool.
I got a new. I found out that Velas Lomachenko is not his real name. His real name is Vaseline Homochenko. That's what. And I hope he loses his fight tomorrow because that's exactly he needs to face a big painful karma. Now I want to get on to some next topics. There was some very disturbing topics I needed to also bring up. No, we talked about this one. Let's see. There's actually a few, many, but all right. All right, hold on. Here it is. You get ready to be disturbed. This involves with ICE. You know, ICE is the system that tries to get rid of immigrants. But look who they try to deport. A black American citizen, and now he is suing. Now they're trying to find a way to use ICE against us, who are born black Americans. So now I'm going to read this article real quick, and then I'm going to hear y'all thoughts. ICE tried to deport a black American citizen, and now he's suing. Sean Brown, a 50-year-old man from Florida, said he was detained for weeks at the Monterey County Sheriff's Department and was almost deported to Jamaica as part of ICE's order, despite him actually being a U.S. citizen born in Philadelphia. Last Monday, he filed a federal lawsuit to seek compensations for his ordeal. See, now they're starting to come after us, even though our ancestors were forced here from Africa and Jamaica and Haiti and all that stuff. Now they want ICE. They're trying to find a way for ICE to come after us. You know, you heard about the 14th Amendment and stuff. I know they're going to try to use that against black people too. But first of all, do y'all have anything to say about this first ordeal that I just of this article?
It's very bizarre. It's a really bizarre situation to try and deport a person from a place where they are from. Never heard of that before.
Yes. Yes.
I think we should get militarized because we do have a right to militia and stuff like that. And this is why I've been preaching we need our own police department in the black community. Every black neighborhood should have their own police department. And we need to get on code, you know what I'm saying, and get on top of that, man, because this happening, they know they can push us around and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, here's one thing I would add about the black community. Inside the black community, you have all sorts of people. You have very, very talented people. You've got very intelligent people. You've got all sorts of people. But one of the biggest problems is that many, and I'm not saying all, but many blacks do not work together. And that is a really, really big problem.
I agree. You get no disagreement here because we wouldn't be in the situations that we are in if it wasn't for that particular situation, man. But we definitely need to get militarized. You know what I'm saying? You know, because for that to happen, they know they can just come in and push a guy around, another black person around, I should say.
Yes. All right. I'm looking in the chat. August Dream said that this has happened before, but to a black girl in 2011, and they sent her to South America.
Wow, just wow.
So this happened before. All right, now I'm going to go back to the article. So here's, okay. On April, Brown turned himself in at the sheriff's office in Monterey County, Florida, for violating a 2.5-year probation after testing positive for marijuana. And here's interesting. I actually have a trip to Jamaica this upcoming in a couple of weeks. But anyway, that's another story. He was then detained, and the sheriff told him that he will be deported to Jamaica as requested by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. While jailed, Brown, who was born in Philadelphia and raised in New Jersey, insisted that he had only been in Jamaica once in his life on a one-day visit during a holiday cruise. He offered to provide his birth certificate and even had his employer certify his information. In addition, the sheriff owns jail fire showed that he was a valid Florida driver's license and proves that he is a U.S. citizen. Despite all his efforts, Brown said the guards ignored him and talked to him offensively, calling him "Mon" in a fake Jamaican accent. Okay, that means they're acting very racist. One of the guards even sang to him the theme song to 90s sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which has the lines "In West Philadelphia, born and raised." See, yeah, that's when they really gone far. That shows the racism right there. They just exposed their racism to this man right here.
Truly messed up. But listen, Jdawg, I want to thank you for having me on your panel.
You're welcome.
I do appreciate your support. You've definitely been helpful. Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
All right, so I've got to get off of here, but thank you very much for having me.
Welcome, brother.
We'll be in touch. And big shout out to Jimmy too, as well as Gigi.
All right, hey, one more thing. Make sure y'all subscribe to Life Machine Power. He has very good content on his channel. If you like to Life Machine, you can put down a link in the chat room. That will be linked to his channel. Make sure y'all subscribe. You can also go to this icon that helps him get to his channel. He has very good content. He does good live streams. So check him out when you have the chance.
And also, Jdawg. I
go
just
ahead,
wanted
Gigi.
to say, I've got to exit out also because I have a few appointments also I have to keep for tonight. So I will go back and watch this again, and I had fun being on your panel also. Great talk.
Oh, okay.
And nice meeting you, Jimmy.
All right. Pleasure meeting you, Miss Gigi.
Thank you.
All right.
You know, I think I'm about to go myself. I think that's all I talked about. But right now, I'm just happy that the guy is going to sue the ICE department. So that's all I have to say about that particular topic. I'm about to get off myself. Do you have anything else to say, Jimmy?
Man, everybody, if y'all ain't already subscribed to my brother Jdawg, subscribe to him. You know, go down to my YouTube page, subscribe to the Jimmy J Smooth Network. I don't just talk about social issues. I talk about sports and entertainment as well as historical facts. And man, I also appreciate you for subscribing to my Patreon, man. That, you know what I'm saying? Much respect to you for that, brother, as well, man. So, man, keep on doing what you're doing, man. And I look forward to doing more lives with you more often, brother, man. So thank you for having me, brother.
Oh, okay. And if you want to put down links to your channels or whatever in the chat room so that people will go to them. Also, hopefully people will catch the replay of this live stream. Make sure you share this video so that people will at least be able to watch the live stream replay. I hope to do more videos and live streams in the near future. But that's all I have to say for now. Thank y'all for your time, and I hope to catch y'all in another video or stream. Peace, everyone.
Peace.
All right.